I remember the exact sound my body made when it hit the kitchen tiles, a dull, heavy thud, like meat dropped onto concrete. My chest locked, my throat constricted, and my lungs clawed for air that wouldn't come. "Quit being dramatic," my father barked, his voice sharp with annoyance instead of concern. He stood above me, arms crossed, disgust etched on his face. And my sister, she laughed, actually laughed. "Look at you, pathetic," she sneered, sipping her drink while I thrashed like a drowning animal. They thought it was a performance. But then the paramedics arrived. The EMT's eyes widened when he saw the blue creeping across my lips. His voice was clipped, urgent. "Call the police, now!" That's when the room shifted. My father's frown cracked into unease. My sister's smirk faltered. And I, half conscious on the floor, knew this wasn't the end of me. It was the beginning. I wasn't always the family target. There was a time when I believed blood meant loyalty, when I still thought my parents' approval was something I could earn. I bent over backward to please them, holidays, favors, silence when they ridiculed me. My sister thrived in that cruelty. She was the golden child, feeding on my humiliation. If I spoke up, my parents shut me down. If she cut me down, they laughed with her. But lately, the cruelty had sharpened into something darker. Meals that tasted off. A foggy weakness that settled into my limbs after family dinners. A bitterness in the water glass my sister poured only for me. I didn't say a word. Not yet. The night I collapsed wasn't random. It was their escalation. A slip too far. The hospital ran tests. At first, the doctors thought it was an allergic reaction. Then the toxicology came back. Traces of antifreeze. Antifreeze, the kind of poison that creeps into your organs silently, disguising itself as the flu, as fatigue, until it corrodes you from the inside out. The police connected the dots. My sister's access to the kitchen, the sudden leftovers she insisted I eat, the drinks she prepared only for me, and my father's refusal to take me seriously, cover, or complicity. When they questioned her, she shrugged. It was a joke. She's so dramatic, she'd probably make herself sick just for attention. But jokes don't leave glycol in your blood. I didn't need to scream or beg for them to believe me. The science screamed for me. That's when my plan crystallized. Not just survival, revenge. I stayed quiet in the hospital, playing the weak, frightened victim they expected. Let them think I was broken. Let them think they had the upper hand. Meanwhile, I started moving the pieces. First, I requested copies of every medical report. Evidence, neatly documented. Second, I met with the detective handling my case privately, not to plead, no, to provide context, patterns, dates, the little slips I'd observed but hadn't voiced, the odd taste, the jokes about how I wouldn't last long in this family. And third, I began securing my future. Quiet calls to my lawyer, a careful transfer of my savings into an account they couldn't touch, my will rewritten. If my life was currency to them, I was taking it off the table. The night of my release, my family staged a dinner. My mother insisted on it. "To put this behind us," she cooed. My father avoided my eyes. My sister smirked, as if daring me to accuse her. I sat at that table, bandage still taped to my arm, hands steady around the fork. And then I slid the manila folder across the table. Police reports, lab tests, copies of the warrant that was about to be executed. "You always said I was dramatic," I said softly, locking eyes with my father. Turns out I wasn't dramatic enough. My sister's face drained of color. My father finally looked small. My mother's hand trembled against her wineglass. And then, like I'd timed it, the knock at the door. Uniforms, badges, cold metal cuffs snapping shut on wrists that had pointed at me my whole life. Watching them taken away didn't fill me with joy. Joy is too light a word. It was vindication. The weight of years sliding off my chest. For once, I didn't need to scream to be heard. The silence in the dining room was enough. The fear in their eyes was enough. Now, when people ask if I miss my family, I tell them this: I never lost a family. I lost my captors. And when I finally walked out of that house, head high, lungs full of clean air, I realized something. They had tried to poison me slowly, but I was the one who killed them, without lifting a hand. I just told the truth, and the truth was lethal.